Hey, welcome. Say hi. We got a new streamer. Hmm. Lucas, what would you delegate to Jonathan?
For today or for like the tomorrow, you mean? And when he's for his next thing?
Yeah. And as if we were to bet the company on the CLI path,
I mean, the biggest problem that I'm running into now is just that the local model, the Apple Foundation model is like really the context window is so small. So you have like 4K tokens or something. And so I would start to explore that, see if there's other options, see what it's like to we can probably use Apple's framework to download and install like a bigger local model. Um, and still use the same harness because they have a bunch of great stuff in macOS 27 to do that. Um, so I'd probably start to look at that. I've been bumping into a bunch, right? So if you ask something like, what kinds of things have I like trying to get like I'm over the last kind of stuff is gonna.
yeah.
But in terms of quality, like my initial test seems like it's pretty good.
Um, there is a thesis here that you know, we need to bet on like what the models are going to look like in a year or 6 months or whatever. So I could even see building all the tools using like the Olama running on my NVIDIA GPU, and then like even releasing them where it requires Olama initially, and getting everything working with Olama, you know, and and then switching to like the local model once.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put too much work into making today's model work given how quickly like that's going to change in 12. Like we should focus on the model that's going to exist in 12 months.
Yeah, that makes sense. But still have it be like having it be actually local is still probably part of the pitch too, right? Because I'm like, oh, you could just like hook it up to like Opus 4.8 or something.
Yeah, I guess yeah. So local is a big part of when we launch. Um, but there's a lot of other work other than like the model being local that I think we need to do, and like getting that stuff working with any language model I think is worthwhile under the assumption that we will
Yeah.
have a good language model locally in the near future, and that's going to be more and more common and more available, right? And so there's an argument to do Olama locally as a stepping stone. There's an argument not to do it and to do Opus. And we can use our HIPAA compliant, you know, model even, right? And when we
Yeah.
launch with
Yeah.
HIPAA compliant infrastructure, um,
I don't know if this is relevant at all, but I saw a test launch in Product Hunt of a product that would enable to use the local models from Mac. I think that was their product.
Yeah, that was for my Scrum update, I think, so I saw that.
And I think well, I didn't know it was, the logo was a Dino or something. Is it the same? Let me see if I find the launch I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to share this on Inch.
Yeah, Sam, I totally agree. Like, I think doing the work to like get all of the stuff local, like your emails and your iMessages, like using like I think that's what's cool about the MSG Vault thing is like if all of the source data is on your Mac and doesn't leave your Mac, and then you just have the LLM be in the cloud for today, but know that it could also just at some point live on the Mac too. Like I feel like that's a lot of like that's the tough part. It's like getting all of the stuff in the tool calls and the agents like set up to be able to like access and index and the memory and all that stuff. Like where the model lives today, I think is it's gonna be much easier to develop all that if it's in the cloud or
yeah,
if if you want to use the Olama stuff, probably a little more work to set that
yeah,
up. But
yeah, yeah,
like, is that part like that's part of it too, right? Like not even is like having the like not even using Gmail APIs, but like or not that you're not using the APIs, but it's like you're not querying
right, right,
Gmail like
right,
in
right.
real time, or you're not giving your access to Plow to like have access to your email. It's like you have some setup on your computer that just is constantly syncing everything.
Yeah. What do people really care about? Um, yeah, I think they want the memory to be local. I don't think they want Plow to be constantly pulling everything from Gmail to Plow server.
Yeah.
So there is something about like I don't really care for the particular solving the particular point problem where I'm like schedule this thing tomorrow. I don't care about Plow pinging Gmail in that moment, right? To do that thing, it's where I give like the carte blanche is really like that's where I want that to be local.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like, is it compelling to have like Plow so Plow can't access your Gmail, but Plow can access the Mac CLI thing that has access to like your emails. That but it doesn't like that part not being through the cloud. Like is that
I don't care. I don't care as
something?
much about that. What I care about is like all the files. I'm okay with Plow searching and getting results, especially if I have an activity log that I can monitor. And I'm okay with both my files and my memories. And those memories or facts are based on files and the source data. The only thing I don't want to do is take all of that source data, emails and files and everything, and export it onto the web.
Okay. So if this Mac CLI can just, get a push from Gmail every time you get a new mail, and it can run the nightly thing to like do new memories, and all of that processing and stuff stays on the Mac.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
That'd be
then
good.
like yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah. Is this what you're gonna pitch? I saw you have an investor meeting on Friday.
I don't know what I'm going to pitch on Friday, man. I'm like a little nervous about it. And then I realized, I'm just gonna be honest. And
Is this like a opportunistic thing, or is this like the timing that we need to like start this process?
this is more like going through all of our existing investors and giving them updates and giving them an opportunity to invest in the next thing. We have
Oh,
six
nice. Okay.
we have 600K in our bank account. 100K goes to Cameron. We burn like 150K. So in the next like 3 months, we need to like get some money.
Yeah. Yeah.
YC invests 500K. So I could see us doing YC.
When's that start?
They just closed applications, but we could get in. I want to wait until we have problem solution fit before we
Mm-hmm.
um all right, I'm going next door to get a coffee.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna grab some lunch here soon, I think.
Yeah, I'm just reacting to something you said. Um, I think the users want X. Now we have like this community with 100 people. We could just DM them asking for user interviews, um, pitching the ideas, and asking for feedback
Um,
to see what resonates.
yeah, that is that's a great idea.
Hey Daniel, what's your stack gonna look like, do you think, for the product comment stuff?
Um, it depends. Um, one possibility is you could if you want to run everything locally, um, there's a poller that runs every 30 seconds or a minute and checks for new messages.
And that's
This
just
would
over like HTTP, like there's no, okay.
so
So
to
there's that piece, and then there's,
check for new messages is an API endpoint that we can call. And if there is new message, we inject this message into Hermes and trigger a new turn. And then it should invoke some sort of reply skill, reply to product hunt skill that opens CamelFox on a saved profile and posts the response. If we I don't know if it makes sense or not, but I could abstract this into endpoints, so your Hermes skill doesn't need to care about anything. It just sends a request to the thing running on my computer server that will be live running.
yeah, dude, this is exactly it. If you can create like just the basically like recreate the Cloud Chat API, but for this, that'd be really cool. So you would have like you would create a WebSocket endpoint that could push messages to me, and then a post endpoint for me to send a message back to you. Send a. I guess yeah, we would need some sort of context or something to know about what thread I'm replying to, so your post knows like where to go. But like if you could set up something like that, I think this would integrate really well with Domo. That'd
Chat
be great.
API is that. Can you share the link to the repo for that again?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need. I don't know how deep you need to go into into it. I mean, I'm happy to send that link to the repo, but essentially, you just if you could create a WebSocket thing that I can connect to that pushes new comments from Product Hunt, then I
Okay.
can process them, and then I can hit another
Send the
endpoint that you
reply.
have. Yeah,
Yeah.
through like post. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to do it through WebSocket, like that's fine too. I don't really care. But just some sort of if you're doing it over HTTP would be really cool.
It's not clear to me if you prefer HTTP over WebSocket
Oh, sorry. So
or
WebSocket to do push,
receive.
and then I don't care. I think Cloud Chat uses post only to send messages, but if you
Mhm.
prefer to use the WebSocket for also sending, like that's fine too.
Yeah.
Probably easier for me if
Um,
you just do post. But
mhm. All right. Yep. I'll let you know.
great. And yeah, great, 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 great.
Here's a crazy idea. Our vision is um, the future of personal computers. Like what we're really talking about is a new computer.
Personal.
A new personal computer. Yeah. There's no screen. It's like a box sits in your house. It has your whole life on it. It has a set of APIs on top of that, and your focus is just making sure it doesn't leak anything. And those APIs are hooked into the rest of your life.
My focus as a user is to make sure it doesn't leak,
Yeah,
or
like the
focus
user
as the
experience, the
developers.
interface is just like, hey, this is we're giving HostX, your Airbnb thing, access to these memories and this stuff, and we're giving your wife access to this stuff, and we're giving your coworkers access to this stuff, and your coworkers' agents or whatever.
Mhm.
It's like the user experience is like on my phone as like, uh,
It's like a password manager almost for your life. Like
yeah, because all the work is getting done for you, right? At this point, it's just like,
mhm, that access control. I like that.
people are like hacking this together buying Mac Minis, you know? That's the problem they're trying to solve by buying the Mac Mini.
Is it um, the new computer? So my personal computer is my personal agent, or
No, you have
is
agents all over the web, all over the world doing all sorts of things. You know, you have your this agent solving this problem, you have you know, like you have your calendar Domo agent, right? The challenge though is like,
Purpose-built agent.
yeah, you have all these purpose-built agents. The challenge is the context, right? And you want all your
so
context
your
to live in one place.
um, the personal computer is the boss that manages the agents
It's
and
like this
has the context
shared,
about me.
it's like what's in my brain, a lot of it is like context, you know? Um,
I mean,
Yeah, it's not
everything is the context,
delegating.
right?
It's like it's not it's like almost like the flip of my people where it's like you have all these agents that are running all on their own, and it's like you start a new job and it's like, hey, I need to know Sam's social security so I can fill out the I-9 or whatever, and then it asks this personal thing, and it's like that's allowed because of whatever reasons. Like it has all the info, but other people are like pinging it versus like it saying, hey, now it's time to sign your I-9. It's like answering questions versus like giving orders.
He's the long-term memory manager that works
right.
and reply to
Mhm.
agents and has access to my credit card.
I think there's a question, is like the Mac Mini the right form factor for this? This is why I'm like looking at the Mac Minis, like they're not available until October.
Yeah, I've been really trying to get one.
August, September, October. Yeah.
I mean, for what you're doing though, like if it's just you probably don't need it to be a Mac. Like if there's no screen, like just have it be some Linux thing. Whatever.
Yeah, doesn't NVIDIA have a new like machine?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Some real beefy GPU thing.
But the in some ways the Mac is like the operate the operating system that um, DGX Spark. You know, like who's buying a DGX Spark? You know what I mean? Like everybody's buying Mac Minis. It's like I guess the question is, has the Mac already won?
Oh, I thought you were saying like we would just be the hardware company too.
Yeah, I mean that is like a world for sure. I don't
Yeah.
know. Are we building the operating system? Are we building the application on top of the operating system? Are we building the full stack? Is this like a dedicated appliance you're running in your house?
I mean, your vision makes it feel like a Mac would be tricky to do because this thing needs to always be on. And so then it's like you really are looking at Mac Minis, which I think would be, yeah, I don't know. It's a constraint now that's like if we're not yeah, I don't know. Like we wouldn't be building like it's not going to be running LLM today on the hardware anyway. So
I mean, the
This
Mac Mini can
news,
have like 48 gigabytes of RAM. I feel like you can run a solid Olama model on a Mac
no,
Mini,
that's what
right?
I'm saying. Like it's unavailable and it's too beefy and it's expensive. And so like since we're not using those things anyways today, we could just like run it on the Pi or whatever, or something cheaper. The Mac Minis definitely look the coolest.
This is exactly, I guess, this is exactly what NVIDIA's pitching. Um, what if the next AI supercomputer could sit on your desk?
7% off. Gotta buy now. Cool.
Hmm. What's the difference between the Mac Studio and Mac Mini?
I think a Mac Studio is just like a beefier Mac Mini. So those also aren't available. I think a Mac Studio would be like my preferred machine.
Yeah.
Get a real beefy headless thing. Because I have 36 gigs of RAM, but it's still like it's crazy how fast that stuff goes.
Oh, yeah. It's like if you want anything other than the minimum, it's like you gotta wait until October.